So we're going to make a Minecraft diamond. And this is going to be a little bit different of a tutorial because I actually have the finished product right here, and normally you wouldn't see it until the end. But something happened with the video camera where it lagged or glitched or something, and it messed up on the beginning, which is pretty much the most crucial step. Now, I wasn't at home, so when I started doing mine, I actually drew up my grid pattern on to this trace paper, this flimsy. And it's all balled up now because I had thrown it away, so excuse that. But this part is really important. I get a lot of people asking where do you get the grid from and everything, and basically you have to make the grid. You can do it by inch, 2 inch by inch, 2 inch by 2 inch, 3 by 3, whatever you do, it has to be a square, but you're going to have to make it yourself. I would recommend, like normally I would have drawn this on the board, but if you're not good at making the grid and you want an easier way, you can buy, it's like graphing paper, but it's larger, and it won't be inch by inch, but everything is, it'll equal up to an inch. So it may be like a centimeter by a centimeter, but then 4 centimeters equals an inch, so you can mark it that way and work it so that you can create the pattern or design, the template that you want. And then I just took this and spray mounted it to the board and then traced it and then cut it out. Or you can just tack it down, or like I said, you can just do it initially and draw it, make your grid on the board. The spray mount and everything's only if you do it on paper or the graphing paper or something like that. But basically, for this diamond, you're going to have to be careful when doing it because it's not equal, it's not symmetrical on both sides. It looks like it, but then you can see right in here it switches up and changes. So just be mindful of that because it's not, off memory I thought it was, but until I actually looked at a picture I realized that it wasn't. So we have 6 inches down here, or 6 squares. I'll say squares since you guys may have a different unit of measurement. We have 6 squares down here. We have 8 up here, and this is all centered. We have 10 here. We have 10 again. You have 12, 12, 12. Then you have 11 right here, so be careful for this row. And you have 10, 10, 8, 6, and 4. And it's 13 squares high. So mine's 13 inches high, and then at the most, towards the middle, it's 12 inches wide. So hopefully this is everything that I said in the first part of the video last time before it got messed up. All I've done now is trace the shape out. You can do this by placing the flimsy over the board and spray mounting it, or you can just hold it and tack it in place and trace it, or you could have just drawn this diagram already on this board, which I would recommend doing, but I wasn't at home when I did my diagram. I was in class, so I just wanted to draw it there, and that's how I got to this part right here. And now you just need to cut it. So you can see that I'm working up the layers and putting in different things. I'm actually using a mixture of just paper. I'm also using like this folder right here, this scrap that I have, and I'm using craft foam. This craft foam has some depth to it. And then I'm building up layers using this foam core board and then actually surfacing around the layers. So when you look at it, it kind of looks flat, but you can actually see that some of these figures are raised. So if you look at it this way, you'll see it's raised. Okay, so I'm finished, you guys, and just a word to the wise, make sure that all your measurements are accurate, that you're not even a 1/16 of an inch off, because if you are, you'll be off when you go to piece this together. Imagine it being like a puzzle just of all the same shapes or all of linear shapes. If you have any spots that are crooked that you didn't cut straight and even, or spots that are too short, it's going to reflect in the final design. I had a way that I wanted to do this where it was going to be 3D, but the problem with it was making this blue edge, for one, along the sides, on both sides, all 4 sides when you do it, having it coming back an inch this way, but also having this step back, having this from the bottom stepping back progressively as this does at the top, and still showing these colors and in their respective proportions and everything. I tried to do it. It was pretty complex. If I find a way to do it, I will show you guys and show you how to do it. But the problem with it is that with stepping this back, you can see how tall this is. With stepping it back when I was doing it, it became a lot stubbier. So instead of being this tall, it looked a lot shorter because it was still the same height, but because it's stepping back, it looked a lot different. The angle of it. So the angle was like probably about going at probably about 45 degrees back to create that, and it just didn't have the front profile that you're used to when you're looking at it. But if I find a way to do that effectively, then I'll show you guys. The last, well, not the last, but the next thing that we're going to do is the creeper, and I'm actually going to do that in two different ways. I'm going to do a pixelated version like this, but then I'm also going to show you another way that you can do it and make it, it'll still look pixelated, but it won't be the traditional way that you see in the game. Hopefully I'm doing well with these. I'm trying to help you guys, and you know, it's fun for me to build them, and I think it's good for you guys too, apparently, because some of my other videos have a lot of views on them. But I do have like a dislike on my Minecraft pickaxe one. So if you don't like, you know, the video, just feel free and tell me what you think I can improve upon. Like this one, I only made it this thick. If you feel that I could have bulked up or if I could have created more layers, just let me know.